Mercury is often reduced to intelligence, communication, or speech. But in karmic astrology, Mercury is something deeper. It is the interface between the soul and the world. Every experience must pass through Mercury before it becomes memory, language, or belief. Mercury decides what is understood, what is misunderstood, and what is explained away. This planet does not rule wisdom, it rules interpretation. Your Mercury placement shows how karma is mentally processed, not emotionally felt, and not spiritually judged, but translated into thought. Mercury is the youngest planetary force. It does not command, it adapts. This is why Mercury is impressionable. It learns by observing patterns, copying behaviors, and repeating language. In past lives, Mercury formed habits of thinking, how danger was assessed, how truth was defended, how words were used to survive. These habits do not disappear. They reincarnate as your default mental reflexes. Mercury is not what you think, it is how you think when you are not aware. A strong Mercury does not mean a peaceful mind, it means an active translator. Such minds analyze constantly. They explain emotions instead of feeling them. They narrate life internally. A weak or afflicted Mercury does not mean lack of intelligence. It often means the soul learned silence, secrecy, or mental withdrawal in previous incarnations. Some learned that speaking was unsafe. Others learned that speaking was the only defense. Mercury holds these karmic conclusions. Mercury connects directly to memory, not emotional memory that belongs to the moon, but cognitive memory, facts, names, sequences, narratives. This is why Mercury-dominant charts often remember events accurately, but struggle to remember how they felt. The soul learned to archive life as data. When Mercury dominates, karma becomes intellectualized. Lessons are understood but not integrated. Understanding alone does not liberate karma, integration does. Rahu magnifies Mercury's hunger. Information becomes obsession, learning becomes endless consumption. The mind wants more input, more opinions, more certainty. But Rahu never feels complete. Ketu, on the other hand, detaches Mercury from confidence. Words feel insufficient, logic feels hollow. Such people may struggle to explain themselves, yet possess deep inner knowing they cannot verbalize. This axis decides whether the mind seeks accumulation or release. Mercury also governs moral flexibility, not ethics that belongs to Jupiter, but rationalization. This is how people justify actions they already decided emotionally. Mercury provides the explanation after the fact. In karmic charts, this shows past lives where survival demanded cleverness over honesty, where words were used to navigate danger. Such karma must be purified not by silence, but by truthful speech. A healed Mercury listens more than it speaks. It pauses before interpreting. It allows confusion without rushing to explanation. This is rare. Most minds fear not knowing. They rush to label, judge, or define. Mercury's evolution is not faster thinking, but clearer perception. When the mind stops defending itself, karma loosens its grip. In spiritual development, Mercury becomes the servant, not the master. It learns to translate truth instead of inventing it, to communicate insight without distortion. Such Mercury does not dominate conversations, it chooses precision over volume. This is how karmic knots in speech dissolve, not by saying more, but by saying only what aligns with reality. Your Mercury placement shows where life will test your thinking patterns, where misunderstanding repeats, where words either heal or harm. Observe your reflexes. Do you explain immediately, defend quickly, joke to avoid discomfort? These are not personality traits, they are karmic strategies. And strategies can be unlearned. Mercury does not ask you to become smarter, it asks you to become honest with your mind. What stories do you tell yourself? What narratives protect you? What truths do you avoid naming? When Mercury matures, thought becomes a tool, not a prison. This is how karma begins to think with you, instead of through you. Welcome to Karmic Scripts.